eventually realized it's not the color of your skin, but the quality of your skin what matters a lot. जितना पैर फैलाना है फैलाओ, चादर तो बढ़ जाएगी. या दूसरी When we look at fancy cars out there, and let's say there's a young chap who's driving, let's say a Ferrari, and he's show shining or whatever. पहला दिमाग में थॉट क्या आएगा? बड़ी क्या बिगड़ी बाप की औलाद, है ना? Hello, hi, namaste. I am Vineeta Bhavsar, and welcome back to the Vineeta Bhavsar Growth Theory. Now, today's topic is on how our mindset matters, how our mindset actually shapes the outcome of our life, and how it can be the ultimate guide for you. So, have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success like a magnet while others are struggling despite their hard work? What if I told you the secret lies in something you carry with you every single day? Right? Isn't it surprising? Now, today we are deep diving into how your mindset actually shapes your life outcome. I would like to, begin with a story rather. So I was a very shy girl, never been out of the house, until I started finally, sort of going out and working. And even if somebody would even hit me or, talk nonsense about me in front of me, I did not have the guts or, the capacity. I mean, I did not have the confidence to just shut that person out, right? Because I was so scared and I was always so nervous and shy. And today I'm the same woman, who is sitting in a room with a lot of leaders, and I will say what is needed for the business to run properly, or what are the right steps, or what are the right strategies that can be adopted within the organization to avoid certain consequences within the company. Why this drastic change, or rather, how did it happen? It all happened when I actually started working on my mindset. Coming from being a person who was not able to speak to the classmates in English, to being someone who's actually now recording content and putting it out on social media, attending meetings with different leaders and business owners out there, and someone who's running her own company as well. How did this happen? It happened with a lot of work, it happened with the belief, and it happened with the right mindset. I changed the way I thought about myself. I let go of my thinking, the thoughts that I had that I cannot go out and talk, or I cannot be someone who cannot do anything apart from sales. Where the major change happened when I started going out, and as firstly, it involved a lot of exercises. It just did not happen that I started thinking, oh, I'm good, I'm excellent, I'm confident, I speak amazing, I am, this, I'm that, with affirmations. No, it did not happen. First, what I did was I decided on an outcome. I made a goal for myself that I'm going to be someone who can speak confidently. And that's when, just to remind myself every single day, the affirmation started happening. And in order to support this affirmation, I had certain exercises that I would do on a regular basis, which involved recording my stuff, recording my audios and videos and talking to myself in front of the mirror. And maybe, sometime, like raising the bar high, going out and talking to the stranger, taking rejections. Even today, I go out and take rejections just for this reason, so that I don't freeze when the moments come, when the limelight is on me. So it just doesn't happen that, you start thinking and things will change. But then the thinking is the key, the thought is the key, because that's where you're sowing the seed. And if you're so much determined on achieving that outcome, you will start taking action. So it's the thought, it's your thought converting into feeling, feeling converting into behavior, which is nothing but your action. And then you will get the results. So this is my story of how I was shy and nervous, and today I'm able to talk in front of you. Now let's deep dive into the topic of how our mindset actually set the outcome of a life, right? So think about your favorite Bollywood star or cricket legend. They didn't, start out famous. They mindset that push them through challenges. And let's uncover how can you, as an individual, as a beginner, you can also develop the same kind of mindset. Now, reminding you, if you have watched, the movie which is made on MS Tony, right? How the personality has not changed much. I wouldn't say the personality. The only thing that has changed is his confidence. And the confidence only came when he was able to deliver result. The result came when he was putting in the efforts, he was taking the actions, and did not have a give up attitude. And that attitude only came because he had the mindset, he had the thought that he would, if he want to do something, he will be doing only in this particular arena, that is of cricket, right? So it's a complete cycle. And when we're listening to videos and speakers, and when we're watching influencers, they just talk about one part of their success, and then we think, okay, अब मैं सोचूंगी तो चीजें बदल जाएगी, एक छड़ी घुमाऊंगी चीजें बदल जाएगी. No, it doesn't work. But definitely, it all starts with the right mindset, and this is what we're going to be uncovering today in our video. So, we're going to be deep diving into this concept of and understanding it step by step, and how you can start implementing it in your life to achieve the desired consequences. This video is divided into three major segments, and I would want you to stick to all the segment, because even if you miss a single segment, you will not understand, or you will not gain out of this video anything. And मतलब वेस्ट हो जाएगा यार, जो देखा भी है ना वो भी वेस्ट हो जाएगा. सो इफ यू रियली डोंट वांट टू वेस्ट, इतना तो सर्फिंग करते ही हो सोशल मीडिया पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, एक सवा एक दो तीन घंटा तो ऐसे भी देते होंगे, तो थोड़ा अपनी लाइफ के लिए दे दो, कुछ बेटर हो जाएगा. So let's start with segment one, which is about understanding the mindset. Now, moving on into details of understanding of mindset. So, first, let's understand what mindset really means. Okay. In simple terms, the set of belief that you hold within yourself about you and about the world around you is what is mindset. Did you understand? Mindset is a combination of mind and set, right? So when we talk about mind, what kind of belief system do you hold within your mind about this entire world, about yourself, and about the entire world? So I'll give you a very classic example here. Most of us who are watching this video come from, from a very humble family. When I say humble family, not really, to do financially to do rich families, right? And our parents always told us, my parents told us, and I'm very sure somewhere in your life, while you were growing up, your parents also told you कि बेटा जितनी चादर है उतनी पैर फैलाओ. Correct. They must have told you this. Now, what does this really mean? कि भाई जितने पैसे हैं उतने ही उड़ो, उससे ज्यादा उड़ने की कोशिश मत करो, तो पंख काट दिए जाएंगे, राइट? दुनिया ऐसी है वैसी है. बट what if we were told that बेटा जितना इतना पैर फैलाना है फैलाओ, चादर तो बढ़ जाएगी, या दूसरी चादर ले लेंगे, बड़ी चादर ले लेंगे, और बड़ी चादर ले लेंगे, या you're getting my point. It's just a different, the same thing looked upon differently. That is all it is. That is all it is, right? I'll give you another example. When we look at fancy cars out there, and let's say there's a young chap who's driving, let's say a Ferrari, and he's show shining or whatever. पहला दिमाग में thought क्या आएगा? बड़ी क्या बिगड़ी बाप की औलाद, है ना? ऐसे कुछ तो आता है, हम ऐसे बोलते हैं, क्योंकि मेरे पेरेंट्स ने भी यही बोला है भाई, और मैं भी कुछ टाइम पे यही बोली हूँ कि गरीब होना मतलब, if you're not born in a rich family, you cannot get richer until unless social media came. इट्स अ बून, आई वुड से. देखा कि भाई लोग पैसे कमाते हैं, कुछ बैकग्राउंड नहीं होता फिर भी लोग पैसे कमाते हैं. सो इट इज पॉसिबल फॉर एवरीबडी, राइट? बट जब हम ऐसा सोचते हैं कि भाई बड़ी बाप की बिगड़ी हुई औलाद, वी आर associating money with negativity. Means money is evil, money is bad, money is this, money is that. No, at the end, money is important, dude, right? But it is all about a belief that is put in our head that money is evil. And when we associate money is equal to evil, how are you going to attract it or how are you going to work hard for it? And this is what we're talking about. This is what mindset means. It's about the set of thinking that you have, the set of belief system that you have about yourself, about the world around you. If you believe that you are not beautiful, nobody around you gonna believe that you're beautiful. If you believe that you cannot get the promotion, nobody else around you gonna get the promotion because you have given up and you're not working enough to get there. You're blaming the system, the circumstances, your bosses, but you're not blaming yourself that you're not putting the right effort. So this is what mindset means. Talking about the mindset, there are two types of mindset which I have covered in my initial video, the very first video, because this when we talk about growth, it cannot happen superficially until and unless it is fixed here or change. That's why the emphasis on mind so much. So there are two types of mindset. So now hoga fixed mindset and growth mindset. Fixed mindset is nothing but it's static. It is जहाँ पे जो सोचा है वैसा ही रहेगा, मेरी जिंदगी ऐसे निकल जाएगी, right? Example, I cannot dance, or I cannot speak in public, or I am not beautiful, I am not enough, born poor, I'll die poor. This is nothing but these are set of fixed, thoughts. This is what is called as fixed mindset. On the other hand, growth mindset is where you believe that skill sets can be acquired through hard work, dedication, circumstances can be changed. If I'm not good at public speaking, I can work hard to become better at public speaking. How will I do that? Is first accept that it's just a skill set and it can be acquired through learning and through practice, and then start watching videos about it and start practicing it, start talking in public. So that's what growth mindset, that's how differently the growth mindset people operate, right? So they have the ability of I can learn it or I can get better, right? Now just tell me one thing, which one is better, fixed mindset or growth mindset? It is, without saying, it's the growth mindset. So you gotta first, very important thing is first you gotta work on your mind. Let me tell you a short story over here. So, when I talk about myself, when I was growing up, because I'm dusky skin, I was always, I kept on hearing that, उसको लड़का मिलना मुश्किल हो जाएगा, तो सावरी है, लड़का ढूंढना start करो, दहेज, accumulate करना start करो. So I have literally heard this being discussed in the family, and luckily my parents were like, I wouldn't say that they also thought similarly, but then I cannot blame them when the relatives came and spoke about this, because at the end वो 90s की बात थी यार, लोग वैसे ही ऑपरेट करते थे, उसमें किसी की भी गलती नहीं थी. But that had a very strong impact on my mind. I thought myself similarly. I thought I'm not beautiful, and I thought that I will end up marrying random person because I don't look good. Then I don't know what changed when I turned 16 years old, when I got my first job out there, when I started going out, when I started hanging with people, and that's when I realized my self-worth. And that's when I realized that, okay, I am coming from a very small cocoon where people had only limited conversations and limited belief system. The world is very big. The world is I mean, there are a lot of people out there who really appreciate dusky skin, and I think that's when the changes started happening, and that's when I started loving my skin texture more. And I eventually realized it's not the color of your skin, but the quality of your skin what matters a lot. Acceptance, that belief in my mind, got me connected to a very handsome man to whom I'm married, and he's super fair, right? And it was like a surprise to the entire community. So it just started with a small belief, and that belief wouldn't have been possible if there were other set of people who got associated with me and started telling me the other side of the story, that world is also like this, right? So you really need to understand what all is in this short story. There's a lot of things to learn. My belief system wouldn't have changed. My belief system wouldn't have changed if I haven't got out of my house, met those people, and they would have told me that it's not about the color, it's about the quality. You have a beautiful skin, you have a beautiful face cut, and you have an amazing height. Your everything is good. Just don't pay attention there. And that's when I started believing more and more in myself. I hope you're learning, you're documenting, you're noting down things, and I hope it is helping you. in a way, right? I'll move on to segment two of this video. This is about how mindset affects your life. First segment that we covered was about understanding your mindset. Now, part two is how it actually impacts your life. So, segment two is how mindset affects our life. Our mindset affects every part of our lives, whether it is career, relationship, health, wealth, happiness, etc. For example, if you have a mindset, let's say if you're working somewhere, on the day of joining, you just saw a couple of things around you which politically driven, and you believe that nothing can be done here, no matter how much hard do I work in this company. Correct? Things are gonna be the same for you, the way it was on day one to the day you take a next step. I have this important message to all the people. There is a lot of gyan people are giving on the culture, environment, and blah 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 blah. Culture is only made with us, people like us, people who are working within the organization. The bosses can only protect the organization. The bosses can only ensure that the company is growing. But the culture, the environment is created by us. So let's say when I join on day one, I do not appreciate certain things. I do not appreciate having personal conversations. Or let's say there is a politically, there is a lot of, politics happening in the company. Or let's say people are discussing about each other's personal life, and somebody comes to me and say, hey, you know what, this company is pathetic, this company is bullshit, why have you even joined the company? The first question I'm gonna literally offend that person. Dude, how long you're in this company? And you will often hear these people are like really old in the system. Okay, let's say 1 year. So why are you still in the company? Just ask this question. That's gonna offend them, but that's the reality. Because people do not want good people like you to join the organization and to change the system. Because they are so much intoxicated with the power that they have within the organization. So they don't allow people like you, smart, intelligent people like you, to join that community, and which can make the community even better. So when you get involved and engage, and when you lend your ears, you know what? Yeah, even I believe so. I believe nothing gonna happen. You know what? I'll have to figure out another job. You just participated in the conversation, judgmental, because you did not really experience anything, and you contributed in this conversation, right? And so you're equally responsible for building that culture what the other person was trying to portray. So that's what I'm talking about, and this is how your mindset works. So if you have a fixed mindset that things cannot change, okay, this company is like this, it cannot be changed. That's a fixed mindset. How much did you work hard to change that? What are your efforts? How many problems did you solve in the company? Correct? That's a different mindset. That's a growth mindset. If there is a problem, if there is an attrition, if there is people who is leaving the company within 1 month, are you contributing to that in solving it, or are you becoming part of that? It's all dependent on how you think. I would rather say I will question the person, and I will just, it's a soft message, do shut up, mind your own business. You're here in the company from last 1 year and you're telling me this bullshit. Why don't you first look out for a job for yourself and then give me gyan? You're getting my point. So we need to understand these things, and that confidence will only have when you think differently. If you just accepted that person gyan, you are among the majority of the people who are just working randomly out there, blindly out there, right? So this is how you're going to avoid, if you're someone with a fixed mindset, you're going to be avoiding challenges, learning, you will have the attitude, bhai mere ko sab aata hai, tu mujhe bata mat. Okay, while a growth mindset person will try to solve the problem, will try to embrace, if he's working around him or things are not fine, right? That person will try to identify the reason and will start working on it to get better in that particular arena of life, right? So this is how our mindset really impacts the decision of our life. It pushes us away from the survival mechanism, it pushes us away from getting comfortable, and it is constantly giving us the message that we got to change, and change is the only good thing that is happening in human life. You need to always remember this. If you are stagnant, you're rotting. If you're changing, you're growing. Just to conclude on this topic, if you really, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you have watched videos of other leaders or, some renowned entrepreneurs, businessmen out there. Maybe Ratan Tata, Indra, Nooyi, or, Ambani's, and how often they talk about their mindset. They do not see failure as failure, but they see failure as an opportunity to learn. So they see it not as a dead end, but a scope of opportunity, a scope of growth. And that's what the difference I'm talking about. Now, let's quickly get into an exercise which is more on the self reflection and which gonna actually give you, it's like a mirror to yourself. You're seeing yourself in the mirror, right? Now, let's do a quick exercise. I would want you to write down an area in your life where you feel stuck. Okay, write down the area. It could be, let's say, I am not getting that promotion, correct? If I have a belief like I'm not getting that promotion because there's a lot of politics. That's a fixed mindset. There may be politics. I'm not saying that, okay, in companies there are no politics. There are politics, a lot of politics. But if that's what you have given the power to somebody else to decide about your life, which is incorrect, which is again fixed mindset, right? What I'm going to do is that I'm going to change it to a thought process. I'm not able to get the promotion because I do not have certain skill sets. Skill set number 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And that's where you're looking at it differently. So now what is happening is that, let's say there is actually an office politics, but when you acquire those skill set, let's say there was a gap of 5 skill set. When you acquire those skill set, don't you think you'll be a better human being, a better professional than what you were a couple of months ago? Don't you think you will start operating differently? You will start solving a lot of problems. And when you start doing that, don't you think your work will get highlighted? It is bound to happen. It just has to be a belief. You need to start with that belief. Hope this exercise helps you. I'll move on to the last but not the least segment of this particular video, where we are talking about building the growth mindset. So, how do you actually build a growth mindset? Now, here are 3 practical steps that I'm going to be explaining it to you. Number 1 is the challenges. Start embracing challenges. Challenges are nothing but it's an opportunity for you to grow. I was not challenged to speak publicly in my previous organization. I wouldn't have been a public speaker. I wouldn't have delivered a keynote speech because I would have been the same person saying, oh, I don't know how to speak in public. Oh, I'm scared. Rather than that, I took the leap of faith and I, jumped into it, and I am talking in front of you, right? So you got to start embracing challenges. You got to start embracing failures, right? So failures are nothing but opportunities. Did this mistake, or I did not get the right outcome because I did these things this way. The better way of doing is this, right? So it's an opportunity for you to grow. Number 2 is learn from criticism. Oh my God, how much do I emphasize on this and how much do I love this? People are so much offended when they give feedback. Dude, why? Why are you offended when somebody gives you feedback? I mean, it's a blessing to get feedback. I crave for it. I want people to literally give me feedbacks. Because people who genuinely care about your growth are people who are neutral. They're going to give you feedback, and feedback are mostly not good in your favor. Period. And that's what feedback is about. Feedback is not you're doing an excellent job. That's recognition. We need to understand the difference between feedback and recognition. And if that's what motivates you, dude, you're sailing on the wrong boat. Feedback is when you get criticized. You did not do this job well. This is how it could have been done better. You took 2 days to complete this task, wherein this task was only for an hour. You are not organized. You cannot maintain your schedule. You don't have a good mindset. You're pessimistic. Not a leader. You are someone who operates on negative scale. These are all feedbacks. This is not insult. And when somebody gives you feedback, tell them thank you, because they're showing you the mirror that this is where you are lacking and this is where you have to get better. Dude, that's a free of cost coaching to you. Take the opportunity. And the best way to get feedback is someone who hates you. Trust me, they will always be criticizing you. Now you know over here which criticism you have to take where you genuinely falter. Don't throw them away. Don't throw your criticizers away. Don't get offended. Life is all about growing, evolving, and it only comes with change, not stagnancy. Do not have the belief that you know it all. Darling, you're just messing up with your life, and the life is, I mean, if you want to live a beautiful life, you got to start embracing your failure, start taking criticism. So take it in a positive way. Congratulate yourself. Get excited. Yes, I got a criticism today. I haven't scope to learn. I have someone is actually paying attention to my work. I'll be more than happy. Right? This is my personal favorite, so I exaggerated for so long. But आप समझ सकते हो भाई कितने offend हो जाते हैं अगर कोई हमें criticism देगा. क्यों offend होते हो? ओपनहाइमर मूवी देखा है? जाके ओपनहाइमर मूवी देखो. कितने failures हुए थे? कितने failures हुए थे? अब किसी को भी उठा के देख लो, किसी को भी उठा के देख लो, कोई बस चालू किया खत्म नहीं हो गया था, है ना? गलती करते तो हमें पता चलता नहीं ऐसा नहीं करना है, ऐसे करना है, ऐसे नहीं करना है, ऐसे करना है, ऐसे नहीं करना है, ऐसे करना है. Then we become a better person. Then we become an expert into something. So please be open to take criticism. Moving on to the next part is celebrate effort, not just results. We often only celebrate the consequences, the result. That's not the way, to look at life. If you did more than yesterday, if you put in बोलते ना कि धर्म अपना कर्म करते जाओ and फल की चिंता मत करो. This is what it means, because fal is not in your hand, the results are not in your hand, but the karma, the actions, the efforts are in your hand. So start appreciating them, start recognizing it and appreciating that rather than the outcome. Outcome is a bonus. Very clearly, I am creating this video, I'm putting in the effort of creating this video. If I get a lot of views, if I get a lot of engagement, if I get a lot of content, if I get 1 million subscriber, that's going to be a bonus to me. But will I stop it if I don't get it? The answer is no, because I know eventually I'm going to get there. But there is no escape to hard work and there is no escape to effort. Very clearly. So start celebrating your efforts rather than focusing on the outcome. So this was number 3, building the growth mindset. So what we discussed, key point is that start embracing your challenges. Please take criticism / feedback. And third is celebrate effort, not result. So I hope you have understood all the 3 segments that we discussed today and why it shapes the outcome of your life. Correct? Now, your mindset, you need to understand people, and you particularly, if you're watching this video till, you have stuck for so long. I want to congratulate you, and I'm very happy for you. And I also, I express my deepest gratitude so that you showed respect to the work that I'm doing out there. It simply means this. And if you're able to, get my message to this, this is for you directly. Please put it in the comment section so that I know that you were there for so long in the video, right? And I really want to thank you for that because you accepted my effort. So thank you. People like you motivate me to do more for a lot of people out there. So thank you very much. Concluding, your mindset is the most powerful tool, which I've told in all my videos. It shapes your life, it shapes your destiny. You gotta adopt growth mindset. You can overcome any challenges in your life by putting in the effort, and effort is nothing. It's just, let's say, acquiring new skill set, dedicating a time to acquire those skill set, and that's all it is, right? Remember one thing, the only difference between where you are and where you want to be is time. And I wanted to go back to the previous video and answer this, right? So you should start working on it from today onwards. I'd say one step at a time. Don't emphasize so much. Start by jotting down how your mind thinks. Start by think, focus, even after this video, just close your eyes and look at the kind of thoughts that you're having in your mind. If it is on the negative scale, ask yourself, why do you get such thoughts? Why do you only get negative thoughts? Why is your mind so much focused on negativity? We will start auto correcting them eventually. Nothing will change with one or two exercises. It's an effort, and it's an effort of years and years put together, right? So start doing it today. Remember, every single journey begins with a single step. And if you have taken that after this video, I, I mean, congratulate yourself, tap on your back. And very important now, if you have found this video helpful, please like karo, subscribe karo, share karo, bhai, share karo. And please subscribe to the channel, the Vineeta Bhavsar Growth Theory. The only intention is your growth. You grow mentally, you grow financially, you grow emotionally, and you grow professionally. That's all I'm looking to achieve through this channel, right? And please don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss an update from this particular channel. Let's grow together and turn our dreams into reality. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.